Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with a Concept 5. In my humble opinion, this is one of the worst, if not the worst, tier 10 medium tank. I would definitely rather play with Key 91, T62A, MX30. Pretty much everything what we can see over there, I would rather play with it than playing Concept 5, okay? I just want to be very, very honest with that and to say that straightforward. As you can see, the setup of this tank is looking quite crazy. We have the bond equipment, the experimental turbo and whatnot. Pretty much I'm maximizing this tank as much as I physically and possibly can. Now, this vehicle is rated 1 star, although community is rating this tank more closer to 2 or 3 stars, which is fair enough, right? Whenever I am rating tanks, I am comparing vehicles in a bit different way. What do I mean by saying this? Let's say if there is a tank which can do the job the same way or better, obviously I am going to rate the tank worse in this type of situation. And now we have Vickers, we have Leopard 1, and this tank, in my humble opinion, has absolutely no place in the game. I think it is just one of those lines that I would never recommend to grind unless Wargaming would make a decision to move this vehicle, right? At this point, I just do not see the selling point. Feel free to leave the comment down below, fellas, if it happened to be that you grinded this line. What do you think about it, and do you think I am right about this, or do you think I'm oversensitive and it's not that bad and there is worse tanks out there? Anyways, the whole point of playing with this tank is, first of all, let's start from the good things. The good things is actually gun handling. Gun handling isn't horrible. It is rated 4 stars. It's completely fine. You can hit your shots once in a while, right? Actually, quite often. The alpha damage, 430. It's also not brutal garbage. It is not the worst. It is okay, right? We cannot complain about this. But now we get to the part whenever good things are ending. Where mobility goes, it's not even that quick. I get the point that the tank has wheels, but it's not quick by any shape or any form, right? At least I do not look into this vehicle as being a quick one. But once again, that's only me, right? Whenever your track is getting hit, or I supposed to say tire, you are pretty much stopping. So it is very, very far away from being ideal, right? Which is sad thing, but hey, what can you do? It's just how it goes. Armor, what armor? There is no armor whatsoever with a tank, and if EBRs can take the hits with the tires, this tank definitely cannot. In other words, only one selling point of this vehicle is the gun, but what's from that whenever you have... Wait. What's from that whenever other tanks can do the job just simply better, you know? That being said, I just simply do not see the selling point of this vehicle. I just don't. I'm sorry. And that's completely fine. It is alright. I'm not afraid to say that the tank is a stinker and it is just simply disgusting. You know, some tanks definitely deserve that, and some tanks are just that kaku. Which is once again completely alright. We are okay. Now, we are trying to do everything what we physically and possibly can in order to punish enemies without getting punished ourselves, right? We are taking it easy, we are taking it slow, and we are trying to get as much use as we physically and possibly can get in this situation. Luckily, matchmaking is quite good for us. We definitely cannot complain, and we are just simply punishing enemies whenever we have a chance to punish them. Obviously, there is many situations that, unfortunately, it is very, very, very difficult to punish the enemies. But it's okay. We got this. We are completely fine. We are all right. Now, what do I want to do? I want to keep slapping this mother trucker sitting here, right? And luckily for us, we have built a very, very nice angle, although it is not as simple as I would love to say it is. Once again, just simply eyes widely open. We want to punish every and each enemy for making a silly goose mistake. This is exactly what we are looking for, and this is exactly what we need. Now, this is the moment whenever we are going to get quite a bit more involved into all of this, right? This is exactly what we are looking for, and this is exactly what we need. Why so? Because our heavy line is pushing in front like there is no tomorrow. And we need to be prepared to support our team, right? That's all we need to do in this type of situation. Nothing too crazy, nothing unusual. Have your eyes widely open and just try to punish enemies every single time whenever you have a chance. That's all we need to do. It may look easier than it actually is, because once again, I am trying to get all benefits that I physically and possibly can with this vehicle whenever I'm playing with this tank. And lately, I played with the same Centurion action shit, and even though it is a different tank overall, playstyle-wise and everything, it's just different, let's say like that. It is just straight up different, fellas. Okay, Mr. Foch, do we have a good enough angle to punish Foch? Yes, we do. Good. It is not that bad, fellas. At the moment, we are just simply chilling and we are enjoying ourselves to the best of our abilities, right? I am aware of this TVP sitting somewhere in this area, okay? I am definitely aware of that, I get it. I know that the guy very, very well may try to beat the living crap out of us and clip me out, right? I understand this, and this is okay. Look at this tire, how much slower we are going with one tire down. If I would be playing with... let's say, if I would be playing with Ferrari. Okay, smart. I thought I am going to be able to outspot him, but I have no chance to do that. I need to figure out how to get involved in this situation, because it doesn't look that great as I would love to. Okay. Beautiful, we eliminated this guy from the game. Now all we need to do, we need to say hello for Mr. Foch and Liz Sniper Schnitzel. You see how much job and effort it is to get at least a bit of use? It is absolutely ridiculous, fellas. Absolutely ridiculous. How much job do we need to do in order to get somehow decent performance with this vehicle? It's a bit sad, but there is nothing what I can change about this. It is how it is. And I don't really think it is a bad idea to showcase the tank that isn't ideal, you know? I think that is completely fine. Beautiful game. I am feeling happy with this. Even though we have 4,500, I feel like I just ran the marathon with this tank. This is how it feels like. And we're back. 3,800 damage, 1,000 assisting damage, 3 kills. We scored third by experience. We scored second by the damage. This is something else, and this is something beautiful, fellas. What we have done here is nice. Plus, on top of that, we made 64,000 profits, although they are coming after we completed the mission. So, that's not ideal, but that's okay. Let's keep it up, we got this. One thing that I noticed whenever I am playing with this tank, the most beneficial setup is spotting setup with this tank. Since the tank is kind of useless otherwise, it just hits differently and it just works significantly better, because at least you are getting some assisting damage and at least you are not getting outspotted so easily. Right, so believe me or not, spotting setup is actually very, very nice for this tank. Okay, let's see, what do we have? Do we want to go on top of the hill? Definitely not. Do we want to punish this M60 going on top of the hill? Definitely yes. Definitely yes. I'm not even considering, I am just taking what is mine, and this 400 damage is definitely mine. How about now? You cannot say that the tank is as good as Leopard where the sniping goes, in my opinion. You just simply cannot say that. And yes, you can hit the shots, but it's not ideal. It is not the best gun ever, if you know what I mean. And I really need to highlight this. Speaking about the highlighting, Fava just took one for the team. This is very, very good, and this is exactly what we are looking for. This is what we need. Now, what could be very bad for us, and I hope it is not going to be the case, I could get blind shooted by Fava. Is there a possibility? Yep. There is always a possibility that it may happen, but this is okay. We got this. Step by step, little by little, we are going to be just fine. Beautiful, another free shot. I very much appreciate it. Thank you very much. And once again, in this type of situation, we are chilling and we are waiting until enemies will mess it up. There is no need for us to panic. There is no need for us to panic, fellas. We are sitting very, very well. How did I outspot this Leo? Did he fire it or what? That was kind of weird. Not in the bad way weird, in the good way weird. If I can outspot someone, I will take it, and I am feeling pretty happy with all of this. Good. You never know when you hit shots like this. I am just risking for the biscuit here. I am just trying to get any use whatsoever, you know? And any shot gives me a bit. And that's all I need. In other words, plus is good. Hitting shots like this would be hard even with Leopard, with all honesty, right? So I cannot blame the tank for being absolute pile of caco for not hitting shots like this. In fact, I am feeling super happy for hitting this one. So that is alright. Come on, make a mistake. That's all we need for a full happiness. We need enemies to mess this up. Wow. Okay, there is 5 guns playing here. 5 guns. If you're wondering what is happening in my head, I am considering how I'm supposed to make pressure here. They're running away. I need to take a risk for the biscuit situation and just simply push in front. I have a feeling that all of those guys, they're running like there is no tomorrow. And yes, I understand the risk of this, and I understand the difficulty of the situation, but it doesn't change the fact that I need to get involved, otherwise we are going to sit with a finger up the bum, okay? So this is definitely not the greatest situation, but we are okay. We are just trying to get as much use as we physically and possibly can. That's all we need for a full happiness. Okay, guy escaped, that's fair. That is fair. I don't really want to shoot him. Even though I could have gotten a bit of the damage, it would not be nearly enough to give away our position at in this situation, right? Look how much job do we need to do in order to get 2000. And yes, you may say, Skill, you are playing extremely passively with this vehicle, and indeed I do, fellas. Indeed I play very passively with this vehicle, because I know that any pressure will lead me to question my life choices and cry in the corner afterwards, you know? So sure, I am playing passively. I am not aggressive whatsoever, but this is because of this vehicle overall, right? It is purely because of this tank. Any risk would lead us to get slapped like there is no tomorrow. I'm trying to lit him on fire, that's okay. Our guy is just simply going super duper hyper turbo mode. I am trying to ram this mother trucker as well, so hopefully we can get some use and we can fix it as much as we physically and possibly can. It is okay. Can I complain about this game? Well, I can promise you that if I would have played with Leopard, I would get better score. I can promise you that. Okay, and we are back. 3,700 damage, a bit of assisting damage, and as you can see, we are finishing 5th by experience and 4th by the damage. Far away from being ideal, and plus on top of that, minus 30,000 credits, but that's to be expected. And last but not least, we are playing in Berlin. In Berlin, there is no need for CVS whatsoever. I would rather have a better DPM here for understandable reasons. 2 seconds buff for this tank is quite a big one, but once again, my camo is debatable. In other words, I do not have any camo whatsoever, so this is very difficult to play with this tank. But it's okay. It's okay, fellas. I'm not going to panic beforehand. We are going to be just fine. We are going into the heavy line. Yes, you hear that properly. We are going into the heavy line, and we are going to try to have a proper angles to punish folks who are making some silly goose decisions. As an example, there is EBR going like crazy mother trucker through the middle of the field. It was worth a try to slap him in the face. Unfortunately, no use for us, but that's okay. He's going for seconds. I'm going for a blind shot like this. Unfortunately, I did not manage to connect that, but that is completely all right. Now, there is a big chance the CBR will just simply keep pushing like so. And all I want to do, I want to get some extra shots, you know? I do not need much, I just need one or another shot and I am going to be completely alright. Speaking about being alright, there is E5 sitting here, and I am waiting until this E5 will shoot the Centurion, right? This is exactly what I am waiting for. I think I should be able to penetrate his side in this angle like this, but in the same time, I do not really want to peek myself. We can try. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Can we try to do that again? Yeah, he's waiting for us. It doesn't really change absolutely anything. Too bad I did not manage to penetrate him, literally shooting in the same position for a second time. That's unfortunate, but that is World of Tanks for you. What can you do? And now in this situation, this Mr. E5 is ready for this. Here you go. One mistake. One mistake is all you need and the game is over with this vehicle. I understand the difficulty of playing with this vehicle in the heavy line. Trust me, I get it. I understand it. I understand it, fellas. But I felt like it is going to be worth to take a risk over there, but clearly I am not calculating the risks here. Unfortunately. Clearly, I do not calculate the risk. Mr. E5, slapping him in the face, that's good. Yes, I am focused, and yes, I am trying to do as much as I physically and possibly can in this type of situation. Yes, it is not so simple, I am very, very well aware of that, I know. A lot of hit points lost. I mean, the chance of hitting shot like this is so low. So low. All I would love to see, this Leo trying to make... Oh, my bananas. Yeah, that's a struggle, fellas. That is straight up struggle. I am trying to run away, but it is impossible. I do not know. I just hate this tank, fellas. It wasn't perfectly played by me. I am very, very well aware of that. I needed to escape from this position without any questions asked and whatnot. But do you see where I'm coming from? The mobility of this tank, even though it has wheels, it's shitter than tank with the tracks. gun is okay, the DPM is abysmal. The DPM is so bad, it's not even funny how you can call it a tier 10. And what I'm trying to say in this type of situation, this tank has absolutely nothing to offer. I would highly discourage every and each gentleman who is thinking about grinding this tank, because it's just simply a pile of kaku. It is just not a great tank, fellas. It is just not a great tank. What can you do? Obviously, the situation would be better if 279E would play somewhere over there, but you know, you cannot judge others for how they are playing the game. It's completely up to them. Anyways, let's see the score. Let's complain a bit more and let's forget about this tank for a while. Skill, are you planning to market? Yes. I am calm and I'm okay. 1.7 thousand damage, that was misplayed by me. I am aware of that. I'm accepting this. It is okay. How can you do 0 with 279E? Yoptararai, unfortunate. Well, that was quite unfortunate, indeed. Well, the most important thing is the gentleman is trying and he's trying, fellas. He is trying. That's the most important thing. Holy bananas, fellas. I mean, our concept performance compared to 279E, fellas, it was the finest and it was the best. I cannot cry about this. Anyways, we lost 40,000 credits, which is disgusting, and our average performance with the tank is barely 3,000 damage and 400 assisting damage. Once again, in my humble opinion, this is hands down the worst tier 10 medium tank in the game, and I just can't stand playing with this vehicle. I just can't. It is one of those tanks that it is kind of pissing me off, and I just do not enjoy myself while playing with it. But nevertheless, today I will try to mark it. And hopefully we will finish with this vehicle and we do not need to play with this thing ever again. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm sorry for showcasing such a pile of kaku as this tank, but you know, every and each tank deserves a bit of the love and just to highlight how the tank behaves and performs, right? Anyways, thank you. See you soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.